Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4am again, back with a new guide for Enshrouded. One of your main objectives in the game is to retrieve and resurrect the lost souls of the townsfolk, primarily craftspeople, but now you can also rescue a ton of assistants and villagers to unlock plenty of new quests with amazing rewards. Some of them, especially Lady LeClair, can be pretty tricky to find, so today I decided to take the time and document every single location for all the assistants and villagers, share it with you guys, so let's get right to it. A quick reminder, as G-Portal partner, I can give you a sweet discount on servers, not only for Enshrouded, but for hundreds of different games. Be sure to check out my link in the description down below to get a nice discount during checkout and support the channel while you're at it. Cheers! Welcome to my humble base. This one is still very much under construction, as you can see, but I quickly want to say that we're not going to talk about the blacksmith, the carpenter, the halls guy, the alchemist, the bard, the huntress, and also the farmer, as I covered these in a guide, which you'll be able to find in the top right of the screen. But yes, 15 new assistants and villagers. We've got every single one of them right here. So these are the guys we're going to focus on today. And if you've already found some, don't worry, I have timestamps in the description so you can find them in no time. Important note, this video is going to be filled with spoilers, obviously, because I'm going to show you the shortest way to every single one of these characters. Some of them require a pretty long questline or progression before you get to them. We're going to skip all that and instantly show where they are. Let's do this in a chronological order. Start with Rochelle Anders, the blacksmith's daughter, which can be found very close to the ancient spire of the Nomad Highlands. From this quick travel, you basically want to glide towards the southeast, as this is where you will be able to find a farm called the Fenrig Ranch. The easiest way to find this lady is to simply land on top of this roof, take out your bow, and shoot the explosions right there. This will make short work of those pesky rats, and after that, what you can do is basically jump down, and this is where you can pick up the corpse. If you want to remember the location, just mark it on the map, makes life so much easier. Next up, we have Lady LeClair. I'm sure many of you guys are still looking for this one, as she was pretty tricky to find. I think even a buggy quest. I've been searching for like hours in the Imperial Gardens and Pike's Fortress. Unfortunately, this hidden attic cannot be found in this region, which can be pretty confusing. Instead, what you want to do is make your way to the western part of the world, where you can see the passage of the Black Mire. This is where you will find a town called Glenwood's End. Nice sunrise, by the way. But yeah, right now, if we open up the map, what you want to do is focus on the western part of the town. I've placed a custom marker right there, also close to the golden chest, which is hidden right here. But fly to this house all the way to the side. Right here we have a door, which you can open up. A couple of spiders will be there to give you a warm welcome. Deal with those. And yes, this is where you can also find a hidden passage. There's more to be picked up right here, which we're not going to do right now. We're just going to let ourselves fall down into this cellar, open up the door, and voila. This is where you can find the assistant. Let me know in the comments how much time you've lost when searching for this person. Next up, we have Aunt Braelyn, the carpenter's assistant. She can be found in one of the hidden temples located in the Black Mire. So use the quick travel to get there fast. Right now, what we're gonna do is jump off and start gliding towards the west. There are different temples, by the way, but the one you want to focus on can be found right here. So we've got one right there, another one right there, but this is the one you want to be at, near this white tree icon basically. For the hidden temple, you want to turn around at this tree, and yes, don't fall in the beds of spikes right here, but open the door to the dungeon. If you haven't picked her up yet, you should see a flame right there, which will be the corpse you can pick up to unlock the soul. Sometimes use a regular jump, sometimes use a double jump. The magic elementals can be truly annoying. Anyways, we're just gonna use one single swing and bam, this is how we get to the spot. Be sure to do this another time to also reach the golden chest at the very end to get your hands on this sweet reward. Next up, we have Fenrig Mills Jr., the farmer's assistant. For this assistant, you want to make a trip back to the first quick travel, the Ancient Spire Springlands. From this location, what you want to do is jump off and fly to the northwest. This is where the quest will lead you, but you don't have to go there. You can basically skip that part and instantly fly to the cave south from it. This is where you will find a couple of wolves. You just want to walk straight ahead, and at a certain point you should be able to find the body right there. Check it out. Pick up the axe right here, the Fenrig's axe, a pretty nice one for the beginning in my opinion. But this is where you will also find Fenrig, the lost soul, with also a torch you can pick up if you want to. Now, the final assistant, Galen Yager. This one provides you with hunting equipment, like the new bucket heater. For this assistant, you once again want to make your way to the Nomad Highlands. Then you want to start gliding towards the southeast from this location. I recommend you to hit these hills. From this area, you can basically keep running up the hill, which is going to make it pretty easy to reach Galen Yager. Right now, we're just going to use a couple updrafts to gain some altitude. And we want to fly past the Flame Shrine. Then, right here, we're going to make a turn to the east, and look at that. This is where we can start spotting some of these birds' nests. There are gonna be plenty more birds right here, but you want to focus on the secondary nest. This is where you can find a dead Vuka even. Really? Be sure to pick up the Draconian bow right here, as this one comes with some pretty decent stats. Anyways, after that you're probably gonna have to deal with a couple more birds and make your way to the nest at the very top, as this is where you can pick up Galen Yager's soul. Now, we've got 10 more characters to talk about, a truckload of villagers. Let's start off with Robert Gibson. Robert Gibson can be found in the Lupa's lair, also Nomad Highlands, so use that quick travel and start gliding towards the south. The big town which you see towering above the mist or shroud right there, that is what we're aiming for. So you're gonna make your way to that location, southwest of the Umber Hollow. This town is filled with scavengers, so be a little bit careful. While what we're gonna do right now is basically make our way to the center of the town, where you can also find one of these big fatties, which you can safely take down if you stand on the walls. Also, where you can pick up the tanning station and a silver chest right here. Very nice indeed. Right now, though, what you want to do is simply stand, I think exactly right here. We're going to take out that pickaxe. You want to start digging straight down, and look at that. This is where we will find the dudes. The exact center of the Lupa's lair, that's the icon you want to focus on. Of course, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can also bash in the door, come from the sides basically. Anyways, next up we have Gabrielle Fairburn. She can be found south of the same region, the Nomad Highlands, at the Surat's Rest, which you can pretty easily reach if you use the Pillars of Creation as quick travel and start gliding towards the south, as this is where you will find the town. This is a pretty easy one. You don't have to engage combat, you can skip the entire thing. All you want to do is land at the bonfire right here, and this will lead you to the lady. Voila! There we also have a nice golden chest, so be sure to pick that one up as well. It's a little platform just above the shroud, which can also be found south of the Surat's Rest icon. Then we have Hannah Reed, one of the farm ladies. She can also be found in the starter area, near the Alchemist Tower, so make your way to the ancient spire of Revelwood. From this quick travel, you want to glide to the southeast. It's pretty dark right now, why am I doing this? Well, makes it pretty easy to spot some more treasure. Sacrificial Vuka daggers can be found right next to the town, right here at the sacrificial pit. But let's make our way to Fort Kelvin itself. There are different ways how you can reach the village, but what you want to do is look to the west, as this is where you will find a pretty high watchtower. At the front you will have an entrance, which you can just open with your axe. But from this location, you just want to jump up these things. Double jump even. It's going to make it much easier. We've got a skeleton right here. I think that's the lady, but let's just continue up the thing right here, because she might be here as well. We've got another corpse, so it's going to be either this one or the one downstairs. But right here, you also want to check out the silver chest at the very top of the tower. Voila, a hunter's ring. Sweet. Next up, we have Hugo Vanderhall. This one only accessible after you've reached the Kindle Wastes area. From this quick travel, I think the Ancient Spire is amazing. You simply want to fly straight to the south, as this right here is where you can find a Sun Temple and also Scatterbone. With the Ghost Glider, it's easy to reach the balcony of the Sun Temple, where you'll be able to find the bad guy, but also the corpse sitting right here. So there you go, Hugo Vanderhall is yours, found exactly right there. Our hero. Yeah, I think this guy looks pretty cool. Anyways, the next one is Kaori Cornway. Where is she? Ah, there she is. For this lady, I recommend to use your highest quick travel possible. I even decided to place a flame shrine at the very top of the Albanese summits, the Howling Peak, as from this location I can basically reach every corner of the world with ease. It is a pretty long journey from this place, so it wouldn't hurt if you place new flame shrines every now and then on higher places where you still have plenty of stuff to discover. Anyways, here we are at East Lapis. What we're gonna do is fly to this specific house. If we open up the map, this is where you want to be. East Lapis, southwest of it. This is where I decided to place my marker. If we drop down right here, we have to deal with rats, but there we go. This is where you'll be able to find the farmer villager. Be sure to pick up all the other treasure inside this town as well, because there is plenty to be found. I, though, have seen more than enough of the Kindle Waste area. So let's move on to the next villager, Marianne Reed. This is actually an interesting location, as this is where you can pick up a very nice buff for melee builds. Also pretty early in the game, to be found near the Ancient Spire of Low Meadows. From this location, you want to jump off and fly towards the southeast, as this will bring you to a hill with a VUCA brawler. This guy, unfortunately, no match for me with my current gear and bonuses, but yeah, this is where you can pick up a blessing. Gonna be amazing to boost your melee damage, plus 20%, also plus 25 HP for pretty much any builds in the game. I think it's gonna be a very nice one. But this is also where you should be able to pick up the corpse. I think it's this one, but yeah, we've got plenty more bodies, so it has to be one of these fellas. It's just a giant mess right here. Just search for the red flame, and that will be it. Anyways, next up we have Gunther Galeforth. This guy can be found in the New Albany Summits region. Sweet. What you want to do for it is search for the town or garrison called Balefire, Garrison Windward, which is actually very close to my current base location. Right in front of us, right there. So it's going to be easy to reach it. Even with a natural updraft, it's going to be easy to get there. When you arrive at this place, you want to deal with the dragons first, but let's quickly run inside and close the door so we don't have to do all that. Right now, this or this is Gunther, and we also have a chest right here, so GG. If we open up the door, this is exactly where you want to be. A little bit north of the icon. Next up, we have Anton Godwin, Oscar Godwin, and Ramone Jones. For Anton, this is basically where you want to go. And I'm pretty happy I decided to place that flame shrine right there, as now we're very close to it. Gateway Outpost Drifta, with also a nice golden chest, can be found north of Wickmouth. I'm gonna quickly land on top of this thing, as this is where you can already pick up that sweet golden chest. Voila. What you want to do is get on the top wall, then run inside, and you should be able to find a staircase right here. You're just gonna walk up the stairs, and this is where you can find the cellar. Open it up, and this is where you should be able to find the dudes. Maybe he's gonna be a little bit higher up. Ah, yes, that's the one. Because I was already worried that we didn't find a corpse, but there you have it. On the very center of the icon itself, basically. That's where you're able to find this poor fella. Now, the next member of the family, Oscar. This one can also be found in the Albanese summits. You want to search for the town called Rothstep. Also comes with a pretty nice coal mine. But this is where it is, where you also have this big quarry with the marble, the red marble. We're gonna simply make our way to the very end of the town. Right here, we want to land and go for the kind of stables, basically. Where, yes, you can find one of these tyrants. Tyrants can be pretty annoying with those flame whips, but with a couple well-aimed hits in the face, you'll be able to take care of them in no time. They also come with that sweet-hearted letter. Anyways, this is where you can pick up a silver chest. And I think this is poor Godwin right here. So yeah, this is where you want to be, the very top of the town. For the cave itself, you want to be right here. There's going to be a whole lot of bats right there as well, but an amazing place to pick up a ton of coal and iron. Last but not least, we have Ramone Jones. Also a little bit tricky to find at the Pike Meets Reach. What you're going to do right here is search for a specific location inside this one, the district called the Shanty Shacks. We also have a very nice sword which you can pick up right here. Right now it's a low quality. Now the Shanty Shacks is a pretty tricky place. There are a ton of enemies right here, but what you want to do is search for specifically these letters, the S and H. That's where we're standing right now. We're gonna go to that exact location. So when you enter the town from the east, you just want to walk straight ahead, and this first house is the one you want to focus on. You just want to jump in there. Then we're gonna walk downstairs into the crypts, and this is where you should find a whole lot of bad guys. They're gonna make life pretty annoying, so first take care of them. Take out your torch and search for a bookshelf against the wall. That's going to be a hidden passage that will lead you to Ramone. Can't find it right now. Ah, there it is. Right behind it, you should be able to pick up Ramone exactly right here. And also read this book. Voila. Again, right now, slightly above the H of shacks. If we are zoomed in all the way, that's where you want to be. Alright, so there you have it, all the locations for the 5 assistants and 10 unique villagers you can come across during your adventures. If you enjoyed the content, a like would be very much appreciated. And of course, share how much time you've spent on some of these, especially Lady LeClair I think was a true pain, but this should be an answer to all the troubles. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other guides on the channel. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.